नित्यानन्देश्वर सदाशिव समारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरि आदिशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Sarvanyapita Yajamans, Nitya Satsangis, Sri Mahants, Mahants, Tanedar, visitors, viewers, everyone sitting with us all over the world through Nityananda TV, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and two-way video conferencing having Nayana Diksha all over the world. I welcome every one of you with my love and respects. Today the subject Diksha, initiation. I'll define Diksha. Superconsciousness, intensely electrocuting, understand the word electrocuting, your existence and raising you to the frequency of its existence is Diksha. It can happen through Guru, through the deity, through even a tree, river, hill. With whoever Diksha has happened for you, that is your Ishtadevata. Understand? Diksha means superconsciousness, electrocuting you. Please understand. It will always be electrocuting. It can never be mild 120 volt. No. Not even 240. It will always be 10,000 volts. $120, $240, all that does not really carry the strength of the word when I am uttering electrocuting. It is only 10,000. Literally lightning landing on your system. Understand? It can happen when you see a deity or Guru. It is not necessary. It should happen only by the touch of the Guru. It can even happen by the darshan of the Guru. Or with river, with Ganga. How many millions had initiation? With the tree, with our banyan tree. I should say from the time the tree exists here, surely few millions had Diksha through this tree. River, tree, hill, Arunachala. How many millions had Diksha through Arunachala? Understand? It can happen through any of this. Tree, deity, hill, river. It can happen through any of this. All you need to know is some conscious breakthrough has happened in you, after which you are never again the same old person. The old thought currents, lifestyle suddenly becomes irrelevant. it is no more powerful enough to pull you back. You know whether God exists in this deity or not. I am going to be connected to this deity. Whether this God himself is a imagination or reality, I don't know. I am going to be connected. I do not know whether he is enlightened or not. I am going to be with him. That starts happening in your system. I don't know whether he is an incarnation or not, but I know for sure. For me, he is God. Mannada Sri Jagannatho, Madguru Sri Jagadguru. Whether he is Jagadguru or not, who cares? Madguru, Jagadguru. Mannata Sri Jagannatho, Madguru Sri Jagadguru, Mamatma Sarvabhutatma. The highest electrocution happening to your being is Diksha. Sometime in the initial level, certain level will happen with the deity. Then when you see the Guru, the next level will happen. Or you will see a Guru in the initial level who will give you certain initiation, and then you move to the next level master, and then the next level initiation happens. It happens. Especially when masters leave body, they make sure, if you are sincere to them, they make sure you reach the feet of the living Sadguru. That is the biggest gift your Guru gives when he leaves his body. It is gift for your sincerity to him. He will make sure you feel connected to your Sadguru. Mannata Sri Jagannatho, Madguru Sri Jagadguru. With whom that electrocution of superconsciousness happens to you is your Guru, is your Ishtadevata, is your God. Diksha penetrates all the three levels. Your muscle memory, biomemory, and bioenergy. Let me define these three words. Muscle memory means the memory of your muscles which carries all your action-related cognitions. How you respond to certain situation, how you respond to certain persons, how you respond, act, react. The memories, the methods, the patterns, the ways you react and respond, everything is stored in muscle memory. Understand? All your instigations and reactions are stored in your muscle memory. All your cognitions, which is root cause for your instigations and reactions, is stored in biomemory. Your cognition, what is God, what is humanity, what is universe, what is life, what is good, what is bad. If you have a cognition, humanity is good, Your reactions will always be sattvic. If you have the cognition, human beings are around me only to cheat and exploit, your reactions will always be angry, agitated. The source of your reactions is your cognitions. Your cognitions get stored in biomemory. The method of your reactions gets stored in your muscle memory. How you act, react, respond, your response is in muscle memory. Your spontaneity is in your biomemory. The cognition, which is your spontaneity, which is your depth, which is your core identifications, what do you call as fundamental understandings you carry about life. One of the worst thing happens to humanity is collecting cognitions from unenlightened sources when you are young. That is the most dangerous thing happens to humanity. Most blessed beings are those who come to Gurukul when they were really young. The kids who reach here before physical maturity are the most blessed. Because it is after the physical maturity your cognitions start getting solidified. The solidification of cognition starts after physical maturity. Blessed are those who reached here before physical maturity and stayed back. Because most of the fundamental cognitions about body, about mind, about love, about lust, about anger, about fear, about world, about God, about humanity, about nature, prakriti, tattvas, purusha, vairagya, jnana, all the major cognitions get solidified in the system after physical maturity. The space where your cognitions are stored is biomemory. Bioenergy is the conscious frequency which operates in your body. Understand? Consciousness in its original frequency is Sadashiva himself. But in its original frequency, you do not allow it to operate in your body and mind, in your biomemory and muscle memory. The frequency in which you let the consciousness operate in your muscle memory and biomemory is bioenergy. It can either be always inspiring, exciting, joyful, manifesting powerful cognitions, or polumbifying, polluting. You need to know, Manu defines Shudra as depressed one. Understand? The definition of Shudra in Manu Dharma, in Manu's Shastra, Go to Manu and read precisely what is the definition he gives for the word Shudra. Always encouraging depression, powerless cognitions. The depressed one is Shudra. Even if the king is depressed, he is Shudra, he cannot sit on the throne, he should just retire to palace. And only when he is out of the Shudratva, he has a right to sit on the throne and run the kingdom, make decisions. Me, a staunch believer and promoter of Manu Dharma Shastra. Understand? It is clearly recorded in Shivalila Arnava. Meenakshi ruled the whole Madurai based on Manu Dharma Shastra. Manunidhi Shastra was the Shastra she used to rule, administer the whole universe when she was ruling in the physical form, in the physical body. Whenever you are manifesting powerless cognitions for you and for others, you are a Shudra. You have no right to administer others. You have no right to take decisions for others. You have no right to pass judgments. You have no right to administer any power vested in you. Shudra is not based on birth. It is based on the state you are in, based on your biomemory. Understand? Cutting across the muscle memory, biomemory, bioenergy, raising the very frequency of the bioenergy to Sadashiva's bioenergy, vibrating it. That is what I call electrocuting it. Literally vibrating it, reverberating it. Is what I call Diksha. Whenever Diksha happens in you, your very cognitions are blasted to powerful cognitions. Your old powerless cognitions are just literally bombarded. The powerful cognition starts manifesting. When the cognitions become powerful, then your responses in your muscle memory naturally becomes powerful. When your cognitions become powerful, your biomemory changes. When your biomemory changes, your muscle memory changes. The whole process. Understand? If it goes from muscle memory to biomemory and biomemory to bioenergy, it is called practice. Practice. You pick up a habit, start Waking up at 4 o'clock and blow the nose 21 times. And whatever hole through which air comes out and goes in. Bend the body 7 times. And do this, that. For 12 years. Some of the stupid so-called seekers, disciples, they feel very proud about, Swamiji, I am initiated in that Kriya and I am practicing it for last 22 years, Swamiji. Is it not a disrespect to your Guru and you, your Kriya? Practice, starting from muscle memory, moving into biomemory as a cognition, and then moving into bioenergy as frequency. When? Only if your bioenergy is raised, blasted, electrocuted, bombarded, and that manifests as a powerful cognitions in your biomemory, and that manifests as powerful responses in your muscle memory. That is the only way for transformation. When this will happen is up to you. Where this will happen, I know, Mysore Road. When this will happen is up to you. Where this will happen is Bengaluru Adhinam. Where the practice is 4-letter word. No. Nididhyasana is not practice. Vedanta does not promote practice. Vedic tradition does not promote practice. It is all initiation and Shaktipada. That's it. Initiation and Shaktipada. That's it. Practice does not belong to Hindu tradition. Even the word abhyasa cannot be translated as practice. Abhyasa means again and again manifesting. See the Sanskrit word, abhyasa, and break it and translate. Again and again manifesting, not practice. Listen. For any great happening, initiation is required. Diksha needed to happen. Diksha is needed for any great happening. Today, Vishesha Diksha, initiation and authorizing all of you to the Shiva Puja Understand? If I give my personal cell phone number and tell you every day on particular time you can call and I will answer, will you take that as a bondage? Oh, every day I have to call? Or will you take, wow, now I have a direct connection? Vishesha Diksha is a hotline connection with the most hottest person. It is not bondage that you have to do puja every day. It is a right. You can do puja and he will respond. You are not bound, you are empowered. You get a new, extraordinary, amazing kitchen facility. Do you feel, oh, every day I have to cook and eat? I have a freedom to cook every day and eat as I want. The right powerful cognition. Understand? The right powerful cognition. When you get a kitchen, are you going to feel, oh, every day I have to eat? Or are you going to feel, wow, every day I can cook what I want and eat? Understand, when you are given Vishesha Diksha, you are empowered. You are empowered to connect with Sadashiva every day. Now, you have a right and understand, he has authorized me to initiate all of you. When you call, he has to respond because he authorized me. I am an authorized channel to give his number to you. If he does not respond, I will be responsible, so he will respond. Vishesha Diksha is empowering you to connect with Sadashiva every day. To connect with Sadashiva every day. I should say, it's a most powerful Shaktipada. Understand? If you are not initiated, it is Shaktinipada. You are here and he is in Kailash. If you are initiated by his authorized agent, it is Shaktipada, not Shaktinipada. He is there where you are sitting. The Atma Linga given to you, because it is energized by his authority, it makes the whole puja into Shaktipada, not Shaktinipada. Shaktinipada means remote. You are in some space, he is in some space. Shaktipada means you are in the same place where he is. From Vatican STD, from Kerala local call, from Thiruvannamalai intercom. Here, you don't have to call, he will be calling through the mic. It is not Shaktini Pada, it is Shakti Pada. When you are initiated, puja becomes Shakti Pada, not Shaktini Pada. Puja becomes Shakti Pada, not Shaktini Pada. So get ready for this amazing Vishesha Diksha. You are all going to have today Siva Diksha level 2. Authorizing, getting authorized to do Shiva Puja. You are getting connected through the authorized agency. Get ready. So, essence of today's satsang is Diksha makes your whole life Shakti Pada, not Shaktini Pada. Means infinite, infinite, immediate. If you read books, you know about infinite, infinity. If you listen to satsang, then you will understand infinity is infinity. Only when you have Diksha, you will understand infinity, infinity is immediate. So, today, through this Vishesha Diksha, we will make the infinity, infinity immediate. I should say, with all the joy and pride, that Sadashivatva software is successful. Human beings from all background, various background, literally global specimens, are having conscious breakthrough successfully in spite of their backgrounds. It is establishing Sadashivatva software is successful. Humanity, get ready for a conscious breakthrough. Get ready for a super conscious breakthrough. I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhadvaita Saivam, Sada Shivoham, the eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you. Be blissful.